Welcome. We're here in Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument underneath the Jacob Hamblin Arch that you can see behind me here. It's a beautiful place to practice. And so today we're going to do a few things related to our arches. I've been backpacking here, and so we're going to do a few things for our feet. All of us can use a little extra love for our feet, and a few things for the back too. And those are two areas that I hear from a lot of students that need some extra support. So for our feet, we're going to start in mountain pose here with the feet about hip distance parallel to each other. And for today, why don't we flip the palms forward, which will rotate the arm bones back a little, heart is open. Take a breath just to begin your practice here. And then what we're going to do is a little bit of work for the arches. See if you can lift all 10 toes up off the ground. You could even look down at them. See if you can lift all 10 toes up off the ground. Feel how that lifts your arch. And then lower all 10 toes back down and see if that arch can still stay a little lifted. And then we'll do big toes lifted, the 8 smaller toes down. And then just alternate big toes down, 8 smaller toes up. And then we'll do all 10 toes up again, still feeling that arch in the bottom of the foot. All 10 toes planted. Nice. Let's step the feet a little bit wider apart, and we're just going to swing the arms. Let your head rotate along with your shoulders if that feels okay. Lifting up the heel of the back foot. And look around at the space that you're in. You give a little tap to the small of your back. Maybe a couple breaths out through your mouth. It's a great one to do, to wake up, get a little bit of movement through the spine. Nice. Then we'll make our way back here. Let's reach the arms wide and high. And then we're going to arch over toward the right. You can let your right arm come down. Feel that arch in the upper body. I'm going to bend this elbow. Nice. Go ahead and reach back up, and then we'll just try it on the other side. You could look down. We're just going to almost windmill the arms, but adding this arch, this curve in the back. So I'm actually bending the back elbow too. And that feels really good for the shoulders. So we're getting that curve in the side body and a little bit of mobility through the arms. And I'm not worried about my fingers touching in the back. I'm just bending the top elbow and bending the bottom elbow as I add the arch. So you get a little bit of shoulder work at the same time. Gives me a little bit of a windmill. Let's do one more time each way. Good. Make your way back. We're going to give the shoulders a little roll. You could get your elbows in on it too. And it is morning time now when I'm filming, so we're going to do a little bit of pendiculation where it's like a full body yawn where you press one palm up toward the sky and the other one is pulling down and contracting. So you have contraction on one side and expansion on the other. Oh my goodness. I wish you could see it, but there's a little family of deer that just walked up behind me here. Oh my goodness, if I turn the camera around, you'll lose it. So just take my word. There's 4 deer off in the distance. Oh my goodness, they're really cute. Okay, roll the shoulders again. Back to the video. They have their ears a little perked up. deer. Do you see the deer? Gotta let everybody know the deer here. All right, so we're gonna come down to the back, or down to the mat. I've got my sleeping pads here that are double dutying for my yoga mat today. So we're gonna come to all fours and just a little bit of arching and rounding. So as you breathe in, you can lift up through your chest and face, lift up through your chin. And then as you breathe out, we're gonna let the forearms come down, let the back round, and the hips come toward the heels. And we'll do that a few times. So breathe in, lift up, look up. And then as you breathe out, we're gonna tuck the chin a little, lay the forearms down, let the back round, hips toward the heels. Little sunbird pose. So breathe in, like the whole breath, the breath is inflating. And then as you breathe out, soften back. Let's do one more like that. Breathe in and lift. Good. Breathe out, soften back. Feel free to let your head rest here. And you could shift your weight a little bit side to side if you'd like. Shifting the weight, shifting the weight. And then we're going to come forward onto the belly here. Coming forward onto the belly. Again, I've been doing a lot of backpacking, and so my back has had a lot of kind of pressure forward on it. So we're going to work on a little bit of that extension through the upper body. So start with your palms under your shoulders, legs stretched out behind you, feeling your toenails on your mat. Draw the shoulders back. And we're going to breathe in as we just lift up through the chest and face. And as we breathe out, we'll lower the head down. Now, I've got my hat on here, so my head doesn't rest all the way on the mat. That's okay. Take a breath in, lift up through your chest and face, and then stretch your right leg back. So I'm drawing my arms back, hugging the elbows in, right leg up. Soften down as you exhale. And then same thing on the left side, lift up to the chest and face. Draw the shoulders back, left leg, lower down, and then we'll do both legs. So take a breath in as you lift up through your chest and face, lift both legs. Soften down. We'll do that whole series one more time. So this is a great strengthener for the back, all those postural muscles along the spine, and nice to strengthen the back. So take a breath in, lift up the chest and face, and the right arm, right leg, lower down. Take a breath in, lift up through your chest and face, the left leg. Nice. Soften down as you exhale. And then one more time, chest and face at both legs. Nice. Soften back down. And then start to press up. Ease on back into child's pose again. That feels really nice. So we have a stretch now, a mobilization for the lower back. Whereas a moment ago, we were doing more of a strengthening and extension. And then we're going to come over all the way onto the back. Coming over onto the back. Take a moment to get situated. And then just a moment to draw the knees in. If side to side rocking feels good for you, you could add that here. We're going to keep the feet up off the ground. Bring your palms by your hips. And then as you take a breath in, press up through both legs and let both arms float up. Really engaged through the feet, through the arches of the feet. And then as you breathe out, lower the feet down, lower the arms. Let's try it again. Breathing in, lengthening the legs, the spine and the arms. As you breathe out, lower back. Let's do it one more time and then stay. So you could stay here. I'm going to clasp, interlace my fingers, press the palms away, keeping my legs lengthening up toward the sky. But let's add some little twirls through the ankle here. See if you can feel some space between your toes while you do that. So I'm still lengthening through the side body, pressing the palms away and circling the ankles. Nice. Last breath here. And then when you're ready, take your time to lower down. Let the feet touch down. And so now to work with the arch at the back again, we're going to do a mini bridge pose. So feet walked in toward the glutes, palms down by your hips. My arms are going to do the lifting along with the hips, but you can choose if it feels better to keep your palms down by your hips. So let's exhale here in place. And then as we breathe in, lift up through your hips. So we're stretching those hip flexors too. Reach your arms overhead if you like that version. And then as you breathe out, a little engagement through the abdomen as the hips and the arms lower. And we'll move in and out. Breathing in, lifting the hips, lengthening the spine, reaching the arms. Breathing out to soften down. Can you let the full length of your inhale lift you? And the full length of your exhale, lower you. And let's do just one more. So breathing in, floating the arms up, lifting the hips. And now you're welcome to stay here if you'd like. Arms could be lifted. Actually, today it's kind of feeling interesting to tuck my shoulders under and clasp the hands underneath so you can see. I'm feeling a little bit more of a stretch at the hip flexors here, in addition to strengthening the back body. Notice if you can feel your hamstrings working, your back working, your glutes working. Nice. And then when you're ready, take time to lower down. Let's give the knees a little hug in again. And then let's bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide, which does make a little arch in your lower back for a floating butterfly. So getting a little bit of movement through the inside of the hips. And actually today I think I'd like to finish my practice here with more of a reclined butterfly. So you can choose. Do you want to have the feet lifted, hovering over the pelvis, or do you want to have the feet lower down? And so this is where we'll take a few breaths and just enjoying that sensation of stretching along the inseams of the legs, that little bit of an arch in the lower back. If you wanted to, you could even flex your feet and see if you can feel the arches of your feet engaged. That's interesting. All those beautiful, elegant curves that we see in nature and we have within our own bodies here. You might even bring a hand back and feel that arch of your neck, giving a little massage to the back of your neck. That feels lovely. So I still have the soles of the feet engaged, feeling the arch of the feet, arches of both feet, feeling that gentle arch. I'm not creating an arch, but when you bring your feet together, especially in a reclining butterfly, that arch happens in the lower back, and then just a little massage at the arch of the neck. And then you could certainly hang out here for the rest of your relaxation. If you prefer, you could guide the legs together and maybe stretch the legs out or keep them here in constructive rest. Well, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you've had a great practice. I hope you've enjoyed the beautiful view of the Jacob Hamblin Arch here behind us. I'll see you on the mat soon.